Hey everyone, welcome back to the Upside Tools YouTube channel. Today we're going to be diving into one of the most useful tools in the sports betting industry, and that is the Plus EV Game Lines Optimizer here at Upside Tools. I'm going to go through and teach you everything that you need to know about utilizing this tool properly and how you can start making smarter, long-term profitable bets. And guys, real quick, before we do jump in, if this is your first time stumbling upon the channel, first off, welcome. If you could please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, we would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you could go ahead and hit the like button and then leave a comment if you guys have any questions about anything I'm going to cover throughout the duration of this video, that would be absolutely amazing. But now let's go ahead, jump in, and talk about the Plus EV Game Lines Optimizer here at Upside Tools and what exactly we're looking at. So for starters, for anybody that's unaware of what EV actually stands for, it stands for expected value. So in basic terms, all that means is the amount that you can expect to win or lose on average per bet based on probabilities. A plus EV bet means that over time, you're expected to profit. Now, of course, not every single bet is going to hit, but the math is always going to be in our favor, which is the complete opposite of guessing or tailing your gut when it comes to coming up with your picks. Here at Upside Tools, our Plus EV Game Lines Optimizer uses real-time sportsbook odds and market data to display the most profitable bets in real time. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual tool and again, what all of these numbers represent. Alright guys, so to actually find the Plus EV Game Lines Optimizer on our website, first and foremost, you have to have a membership. So if you have a subscription to one of our Plus EV plans, you simply go to our website. At the very top here, you will see tools. You click on the drop down and right at the top, you will see the Plus EV Game Lines Optimizer. And when you click on the Plus EV Game Lines Optimizer, it will automatically display and show you the Novig page. Now to switch off of Novig and go to the other supporting sportsbooks that we currently have on this tool, you simply go to book, click on Novig in the drop down here, and these are all of the supporting books that we currently offer with our Plus EV Game Lines Optimizer, and please note that we are adding more every single day. Now that you've pulled up the optimizer, what exactly is this, right? What are all these numbers? What are all these bets? And it's pretty simple. What you're seeing here is just a list of filtered bets. And there's one column that you should be fixating on more than any other, and that is the Plus EV percent column. And let's go ahead and talk about this. Now again, the whole purpose of this tool is to compare different sportsbook lines and odds directly back to the rest of the market to help you find value on one specific sportsbook. So right now we are filtering by Novig, and we can see we have all of the comparing sportsbooks here at the top, comparing all of their odds for specific bets against Novig's price, and telling our users whether or not this bet specifically on Novig is a profitable bet. The EV percent is essentially just your expected return on any of these specific bets. So let's go ahead and run through an example, and let's go ahead and just use the Las Vegas Raiders money line play right here. So for instance, this specific bet over on Novig currently has an EV percent of plus 2.8%. So this 2.8% just means that you'll profit $2.80 per $100 bets over the long term. Now you're probably asking yourself, where are they deriving this 2.8% number from? Allow me to explain. Currently on Novig, we're getting the Las Vegas Raiders money line at plus 383 odds. We can see here that Pinnacle is currently offering this line at plus 317, Circa at plus 340, Kalshi at plus 331, ProphetX at plus 340, DraftKings at plus 320, and so on. Now, because all sportsbooks set their own lines and odds, we're able to run into instances where one book, and in this given case, Novig, is completely off from the rest of the sportsbook market. So again, we're getting the Raiders money line over on Novig at plus 383 odds. So in order for us to actually find the plus EV percent on this specific bet, what we do on the back end is take all of the different implied odds from these given sportsbooks, remove the juice, and display the actual true EV percentage on every single bet in this column. And these EV percents are derived from all of these extremely sharp sportsbooks. So by knowing that we're getting a 2.8% edge by taking the Raiders money line over on Novig at plus 383 odds, all I would do is simply go over to Novig, find the Raiders money line, and place my bet on them at plus 383, knowing that I'm getting a massive edge, and this is where I'll be getting the best number for this specific bet. You always want to be comparing different lines across multiple sportsbooks to always make sure you are in fact getting the best odds that you possibly can. And that's exactly what the plus EV game lines optimizer here at Upside Tools does for you. In this exact example that we just went through with the Raiders money line is how we derive our EV percent for all of these different displaying bets. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and talk about some of the different filters that we have here on this optimizer. To start, up top, like we already mentioned, to switch to a different sportsbook, you simply go to book, click on the drop down arrow, and you can filter to any different sportsbook that we currently support and click it off, and it will display all of the best bets in real time for you. You can also do things like filter by different leagues, different specific stats, different matchups, and different date frames. If you're also trying to quickly search for a specific team, you can always search for that team specifically in our search box. Now to the top right corner, if we go ahead and click more, this will bring up some more of our advanced filters that we currently offer on the Plus EV Game Lines optimizer. Now if we start with min books, if I go ahead and change this to 5, you guys will notice that only bets where at least 5 supporting books have odds populate to the tool. If I go ahead and change this from 5 to 10, again, you guys notice that only bets where there are at least 10 supporting books that have odds for that specific bet populate to the tool. It is important to note that the more book support that you have, the better. Next, we have our require filter, and you guys will notice that if I click the drop down and I click off a specific book, the tool will only show bets where that clicked off book has supporting odds. So if I click off Circa, only bets that have supporting odds from Circa are populating to the optimizer. You also have the ability to filter by min EV percentage. So if I come up here and change this from 0 to 1, only bets that have a percent EV greater than 1% will populate to the optimizer. You can also filter by percent odds range. And this is actually quite possibly the coolest new filter that we just added. And this is the fair value filter. Now, if I click on this, you guys will see the fair value settings, and you now have the ability to configure which sportsbooks contribute to the fair odds consensus. So what that means is that you can now pick your own specific sportsbooks that you trust, and we'll calculate the fair odds based on your custom consensus. We've also included presets for you to click off as well. So if you don't trust any retail books or rec books to be sharp when it comes to game lines, you can simply click off the sharp books only, hit apply at the bottom, and once you hit apply, only these sharp sports books will be calculated in the fair odds EV percentage. If you only want to devig directly to Pinnacle, you can simply click Pinnacle only. If you want to devig just to Pinnacle and Circa, you click off Pinnacle and Circa. Just make sure that whatever books you have checked off, you hit apply at the bottom. So again, if I just want to devig all of these lines directly to Pinnacle, I click off Pinnacle, I hit apply, and you guys will see that all of these Novig game lines are only being devigged directly to Pinnacle's odds. To clear any of the filters that you had just created, simply click the red X in the top right of your screen. The most important filters on this optimizer are definitely the require filter and the fair value customizable settings. Our fair value settings give you control over which sportsbooks you want to influence your true market calculations, which is perfect for tailoring your edges to the market that matter the most to you in whatever sportsbooks you think are the sharpest in that specific market or sport. When it comes to plus EV betting, one really important thing to remember is that it's not about just placing 10 bets. But after you place 100, 200, 500, 1,000, that's when the math really starts to show up. Chasing plays without an edge, even if they hit, is gambling, but EV betting is investing. Again, this tool, the Plus EV Game Lines optimizer here at Upside, gives you the best opportunity to profit long term. So to recap, this tool finds mispriced bets across sportsbooks using math. You can do things like set filters, scan the board, compare lines, and place profitable bets for long-term gains. If you're serious about betting with an edge, start using the Plus EV Game Lines optimizer today. Please also note that we are in the middle of adding a ton more features for you guys. We want to make this as personally customizable as we possibly can. So again, this is what we currently have for the Plus EV Game Lines Optimizer, but we do have a ton more coming down the line. And that, my friends, is a full breakdown on how to properly utilize this tool. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to hit the like button. And while you're at it, if you could please go ahead and hit the subscribe button to this channel for future tutorial videos and other videos that we might be putting up. And like always, if you guys have any comments or questions on anything I just covered in this video, please go ahead and drop a reply in the comment section below. If you guys want to check out the Plus EV Game Lines Optimizer, you can come get signed up for a subscription here with Upside, and there is a link in the description below. Or you can simply go to upside.tools, and on the top of our homepage, click pricing, and it will automatically direct you to the different subscription options that we currently have. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.